Alright, hey guys. I'm on New Zealand yen. I took a sell on this. This is the sister pair to the PA just before this one. I was on Aussie yen, and this is New Zealand yen, and we had a strong break just as before. This level held, and then he broke above and was holding here. And he looks like he kind of tried to break above and held slightly. Uh, and that's around the, I think actually, no, this is around the area where I took on my last PA, this little push down. And I think even some guys in the elite took this push down, so kudos to them. But anyways, I was just checking it just to see how it was doing. I didn't really have any intentions of trading this, which should be the first red flag of on my list. And then the time of day is horrible, and I know that. That's definitely against what everything I know. But maybe it's just the design was so good and it was getting close to my breach line. Is the reason why I decided to at least attempt it. And then I'll get into that because this went horribly wrong, and I'll explain. But I saw this rejection here. It's getting closer to my breach line on the 15. You can see. Excuse me. It was actually these, is what I was noticing, like this little poke out, and then this, I saw this as it was it poked the range and came back in. So I went down to my 5-minute at that point, which is precision, and this is how it looked to me. So it looked like the buyers attempted to make a higher high, couldn't, they attempted again, and then they failed lopsided V formation. So I said, you know what? Let's get a underside test of this, a struggling test, which is not a struggling test at all. Let me get a struggling test on the underside of this, where this last little trap may be, where these guys thought it was going for a buy and they got stuck. So what I did, I just said, well, I'm going to go in with half position size. Just because of time of day and everything like that. It's kind of logical. So what I was doing, I decided to go ahead and just attempt it when I saw this little wick come in. And yes, that's not confirmation. No, this is not struggling at all. And it was kind of, I don't know why, but today, even on my last video, I just wanted to kind of be in it. Not really sure what that is just yet, but I went half position size. But this is where it went horribly wrong, because in my attempt to do half a position size, my normal size, I actually went like quadruple. I think I put an extra point in there when I was doing my position size, and I don't know why, I wasn't really in a hurry. I think maybe I was halfway distracted at work and hit the button one too many times and just hit execute. And before I realized it, this trade was so far against me. When I realized why is my profit so far down? That's just odd. By then I was like 2.5 R down, so I was just hoping, okay, maybe this will turn around and give me something, at least break even, or just give me anything less than what it was. And it just pretty much went straight to my take profit. So I lost 4R on this when I should have only lost half R. So maybe somebody out there has done this. And earlier in the day, I actually submitted a trade with one mini micro lot, just one on the thing. So I'm not sure if just I was in a hurry today or what it was, but I did two mistakes. The first one didn't take any money from me, but this one took a lot. It took 4R when it was supposed to only max take half R. So maybe somebody can help me out and say they've done this, and I won't feel so bad, so much like an idiot. But man, that was a wild little ride right there for a minute. And I'm not talking about this in breaking my bank. To me, 1R is very little, but it's just the principle of the fact that, man, that's like, when you're trading on your It's just wild. So that's definitely not going to happen again. Um, just imagine if somebody were to do that with large lot sizes, how devastating that would be. But so really with this, as far as the trade goes, I think it was a logical area. But the time of day was horrible. The speed of the test was horrible. I think I was just getting on this because I've seen so many tests off a lopsided come in and just slam down in the past that I've missed. And I think that had a factor to do with it, some FOMO. I was just I was afraid I was going to miss out, but yet I only went half the size. So it's just some weird stuff that happened in my mind today. This was Monday after a fairly good week last week. So anyways, now I'm just rambling. So any feedback on this? The trade, how it looks, these levels. One thing I did notice that these levels were pretty substantial. They held for a while and then they broke. But even with this one, held for a while. One question I had was, these are definitely like these trampoline positions that Naveen talked about. If it does come back there, you can pretty much expect it to react pretty strongly. Anybody has any thing about those two? These kind of, instead of just the normal, Urban Forex pullback kind of thing, these are prolonged ranges and then breaks, prolonged ranges and then breaks. So I'm not sure if that has a big effect on how these trades go, or any information of telling you that it might actually not want to come back down from this big push. But any advice is awesome. I appreciate it, everybody. And don't do what I did. Take your time putting in your position sizes. All right. We'll call that a wrap. Thanks.